In the heat of the Cold War, when tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union were at their peak, a quiet and principled man aboard a Soviet submarine changed the course of history and perhaps saved the world. His name was Vasili Alexandrovich Arkhipov. It was October 1962, during the Cuban Missile Crisis. The world stood on the brink of nuclear disaster. The Soviet Union had deployed ballistic missiles to Cuba, and the US had discovered them. In response, the US Navy began a blockade and hunted down Soviet submarines lurking in the Caribbean waters. One such submarine was the B-59, a diesel-powered sub, deep beneath the ocean, cut off from communication with Moscow. On board were nuclear torpedoes, each powerful enough to cause massive devastation. As American destroyers dropped depth charges not meant to destroy, but to force the submarine to surface, the crew of the B-59 believed that war had already begun. The submarine was hot, dark, and air was running low. The pressure was immense. The captain of the B-59, Valentin Savitsky, believed they were under attack and wanted to launch a nuclear torpedo in retaliation. So did the political officer on board. But one man stood in the way. Vasili Arkhipov, the second in command, had the authority to veto the launch, and he did. Despite the chaos, despite the fear, despite not knowing if the world above had already descended into war, Arkhipov kept his composure. He convinced the captain to surface the submarine and await orders from Moscow instead of launching the nuclear weapon. That decision prevented a nuclear strike, which in turn could have triggered a global nuclear war between the superpowers. The world would not know of Arkhipov's heroism for decades. He returned home to the Soviet Union, continued his naval career, and lived quietly, never seeking fame. Vasili Arkhipov passed away in 1998, but his legacy remains. Historians and military analysts alike credit him with making one of the most important decisions in human history. Because of his calm judgment and moral courage under unimaginable pressure, the world was spared from nuclear war.